Spiritist Reflections. The World in 2057. Humanity's Spiritual Transition. Have you ever stopped to think about the future of Earth? Have you ever wondered where we're headed as a species? There's a profound message, a kind of warning and a promise that has traveled across decades to reach us today. What you're about to hear isn't just a story. It's a call to reflect on the coming years and our role in a great cosmic transformation. The countdown that began on the moon. On July 20th, 1969, when humanity first set foot on the moon, something invisible but powerful began to happen. It wasn't just a milestone in science or technology. In that moment, the spiritual forces that govern our planet and the entire solar system started a countdown. It was as if a great spiritual clock had been activated. Humanity was given a deadline, 50 years to prove we are capable of living without destroying ourselves. The message was clear. If, during this period, we could avoid a nuclear war, one that could plunge the world into a devastating World War III, then we could continue to advance toward a future of light and spiritual renewal. And what happened? On July 20th, 2019, that countdown ended, and despite all the conflicts, crises, and suffering, humanity passed the test. What comes next? From 2019 onward, we entered a new phase, a new countdown, this time not to a risk of destruction, but to a future of profound transformation. The year marked as the turning point is 2057. This is the year by which our planet's transition is expected to be complete. We're talking about a vibrational, moral, and spiritual shift for the Earth. Imagine a world where kindness, compassion, and collective consciousness become the foundation of everything. Imagine a society that is no longer dominated by selfishness, greed, and violence. This is the world of regeneration that awaits us. The promise of a respected spiritual medium. A famous spiritual medium, known for channeling messages from the other side, spoke openly about these timelines. In a spiritual book, it's revealed that angelic powers, highly evolved spiritual beings who govern the destiny of planets, have gathered on Earth at pivotal moments in history, when the Earth was formed billions of years ago. When Jesus, the spiritual governor of our planet, was incarnated among us 2,000 years ago, and a new meeting of these angelic powers took place on July 20th, 1969, on the very day humanity arrived on the moon. Why? Because humanity was entering a critical point in its evolution, where technological and military power could be turned against ourselves. In that meeting, some wanted to make humanity pay for all the spiritual debts accumulated over millennia of violence, wars, and destruction of nature. But Christ, in his infinite mercy, interceded for us. We were then given a final chance, 50 years of observation. If we could avoid a nuclear war during that period, we could move forward toward regeneration. And here we are. We survived the test, and now a new future opens before us. What if a war had come? The spiritual medium even revealed in interviews that if a nuclear war had occurred, 2/3 of humanity would have passed away within the first week of conflict. The northern hemisphere would have been practically destroyed, and the planet would have taken 900 years to reach a state of equilibrium again. But that didn't happen. We chose, even through pain, the path of hope. What is this planetary transition? Today, Earth is a world of trials and atonement. That's why we still see so much pain, injustice, suffering, and violence. But that is changing. Slowly but surely, we are moving toward a world of regeneration where good will prevail over evil. This doesn't mean we will live in a paradise overnight. It means that humanity will mature spiritually, and the values of compassion, fraternity, and consciousness will become stronger than selfishness and destruction. Spiritual teachings suggest that this transition began long before our time, and according to the medium, it will end in 2057. This means we are living in the final years of this great journey. What we will see By 2057, the next few years will be marked by impressive advances in medicine, science, and technology, a new environmental and social consciousness, the beginning of a clearer contact with civilizations from other worlds. The medium also said that humanity would only have contact with other cosmic civilizations when we built a base on the moon. Did you know that NASA has announced plans to establish a lunar base starting in 2028? This means we are getting closer and closer to a new phase of cosmic affiliation, when we will realize that we are not just inhabitants of Earth, but citizens of the universe. The world of regeneration. What will it be like to live on a regenerated planet? It will be a world where hate, envy, and revenge have no place. Violence and corruption disappear. Inequalities are corrected. New professions focused on collective well-being and spiritual harmony will emerge. Earth will be a place where happiness is a possible and shared reality, not just a distant dream. The big question is, are we ready for this new world? The change won't just come from the outside, it begins inside each one of us. Every thought, every choice, every act of kindness or destruction we perform is part of this great cosmic balance that will define the future of humanity. It's time to wake up, to look inward and work on our own inner transformation. Because the world we want can only flourish if we as individuals are in tune with it. The future is not set in stone. It will be shaped by our actions, our consciousness, and our decisions today. If this message touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share this light with those you love. Send it to your friends, family, and spiritual study groups. Like this video, turn on notifications and subscribe to this channel. It helps our content reach more people and, most importantly, brings spiritual teachings to hearts that might be silent, waiting for a word of comfort, hope, and direction. Sharing the light is an act of kindness, and every like, every comment, every share is like a candle lit in the darkness. Write in the comments, I choose to evolve for the world of regeneration. Let's form a chain of faith, consciousness, and transformation. A fraternal hug to all of you. May peace be in your heart. So be it. Until next time.